Hello there. We're talking about PTSD today. What is PTSD? We keep hearing PTSD, PTSD. PTSD stands for post traumatic stress disorder. I'm talking about managing post traumatic stress disorder. Welcome to your Health Today with Dr. Yide, where I talk about your health and wellness. I am Dr. Olaide Jinodu. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, I know you're missing. Why don't you subscribe right now and hit that notification bell so you get notifications every time I post new videos. Now straight to the chase. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, stands for the syndrome resulting from exposure to real or threatened or even perceived danger. It could be sexual assault. Everybody who has experienced probably a near-death experience, armed robbery or something, and is not coping with the event very well will come down with what they call post-traumatic stress disorder. It is a syndrome. A syndrome means different symptoms, different diseases coming together. It's not just one. Different manifestations, diverse manifestations. Now, it is very important that you seek professional help. You need to see a psychiatrist. We should stop these things thinking that I've not lost my mind now, I'm not crazy now, why should I go and see a psychiatrist? It's only mad people that go to see a psychiatrist. No, that is ignorance. A psychiatrist or a mental health professional is someone who is trained and vast in the management of any emotional or mental illness. So it's a form of mental illness. It's not something to be ashamed of. Like I said, it's when you've been exposed to a traumatic experience. I can't overemphasize meeting a professional to manage PTSD. That being said, what are the signs and symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder? Number one, the person starts to relieve this traumatic experience day in, day out. It could be at night, it could be in the daytime, but the person is locked up in this cycle, this cocoon of that experience, keeps reliving the experience again and again. Number two, this person tries to avoid the thinking or the talking about events that led to such. So there are certain things that this person just goes blank, doesn't want to talk about it, or acts irrationally when it comes to topics that bring up that experience back to memory. Number three, negative alterations in cognition and mood. This person cannot per se remember the event, how the event happened, just tries to forget it, and could be very aggressive when it comes to talking about this experience. The person becomes extremely negative in alterations, in beliefs, doesn't think anything good can come out of this thing, and at times they become suicidal at times. Number four, there's increased arousal or irritability. This person becomes excessively aroused when it comes to anything that can trigger such emotions. Now, if you know somebody that has this experience that I've just described, you need to help the person seek professional help. Get the person to see a mental health professional. It is very, very important, so this person doesn't become harmful to himself or herself or to others. Managing it. There are self-care strategies that you can employ to help yourself with these things. Number one, breathing exercise for anxiety. Learn to control your breathing. Whenever anxiety comes, that rush in your head, try to count your breathing, control your breathing, take deep breaths to control and relieve you of anxiety. Number two, meditate on good thoughts deliberately. Think about those things that make you happy. Consciously bring your mind to those things, and keep your mind on those things that make you happy. You don't want to get your mind distracted at this point. It can escalate. Number three, regular exercise. Regular exercise has proven to be very, very effective in the management of post-traumatic stress disorder. Number four, healthy eating habits. You must stay healthy with your body. It helps with post-traumatic stress disorder. A healthy body can also help a very healthy mind. And may I mention number five, adequate sleep. You just must sleep well. Adequate sleep cannot be overflogged. But I must emphasize something. Do not get to that temptation of going to get drugs to make you sleep. If you get addicted to sleeping meds, you just pose a big problem. So try to look for things that could make you sleep better. Probably music, instrumentals, the sound of breeze or sea breeze, things that can actually put you to sleep long. Stop looking for things like alcohol or sleep medications to make you sleep. That's a very poor practice. Number six, a strong support system. You need a strong support system. Family members that understand what PTSD is. If you have a family member that has post-traumatic stress disorder, you need to be educated by a professional. Tell you how you handle such person. You surround them with a lot of love and you don't yell at them like we do a lot in Africa here. You want to surround that person with unconditional love. Let the person feel at home. Let the person feel welcome. Let the person feel comfortable. That will help a lot. There are a few coping strategies that can actually help these patients. You can encourage the patient to start journaling events, learn a new skill, probably learn painting, art. That's been proven that these things actually help the patients that have post-traumatic stress disorder. Painting, music, learning a new skill. I won't talk about the medications that are required. You need to see a professional for that to happen. That being said, you should try to avoid triggers, things that you know would bring back the memory or bring back the ability for you to relieve that experience. Avoid it at all costs. If it has to do with people or streets or alleys or areas, just move far from places like that. Then as you get better, you can actually confront, if they are not harmful physically, you can actually confront these triggers. Now you've learned to observe what the triggers are. You know those things that trigger the feeling, probably a person or an event or a particular smell, something that makes you, relieve that event. You need to confront it. I also like to recommend group therapy. Look for a group of people who have gone through PTSD or are experiencing PTSD, share ideas, talk about it. The more you can talk about this event and laugh about it, the better you get. One good thing about mental health is that you start to get better, or you can say the patient has started improving once they are inside. The patient is no longer in denial of whatever the ailment is, and you actually desire to get better. There are ways of doing it. You can actually confront such triggers. Once you confront and you successfully overcome these triggers, you start to get better. In summary, PTSD is completely treatable. You need to seek professional advice. You need family and friends to surround such an individual with a lot of love and care. Do not rely on medications alone. You need all these things to work synergistically. A good support system, a good mental health facility, an environment that will encourage this person to get better and to avoid such triggers. Thank you very much. If you just love this video, I would have you like, post a comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So we'll meet again, same place, same time next week. Don't forget, health is wealth. Bye.